Hey guys, so this is the second video of this weekend, and this one is not going to be for the lighthearted. If you are easily offended by words, close the window, go away. If you are very sensitive to certain topics, if you don't like people making fun of the handicap, which is going to be half the people that I'm about to make fun of from the Facebook group, close the window. If you don't like swearing, get off my video, get out of my channel. Because like I said, this one's going. We're going to go off the rails with this one. So, with that, let me tell you what I'm talking about. Okay, so got up this morning, having my coffee. Which, speaking of, having my coffee, and I'm flipping through Facebook, and I run across this "Did I do good" post. Now, what is a "Did I do good" post? This is some stupid shit that way back when some guy was making fun of all the new people in the collecting circuit, and they were making fun of scalpers, and one guy was humble bragging, and basically what it is somebody finds a good find. This is not a good find, but this is the first car I had near me. They find a good find, they post a photo. I knew to collecting, did I do a good job? And normally it's like 4 super hunts, 2 treasure hunts. Like, you can tell they've been hunting all morning and they just hit a mother load, or they walked into a fresh dump bin of like 10 cases and they pulled everything out of it. So you got Billy, he did "Do I do good job" post, and they started off, like I said, a humble brag. It started off as a joke of like all the new people coming into the hobby that didn't know like what they bought or what they got, etc. And the first like maybe 1 to 3 times was funny, because again, that the guys were just humble bragging. That they were showing off. They were making fun of the fact that new people don't know what they're buying, and they always show photos. Well, the problem with posts like that are you do have some dumbass new people that don't want to figure out where to go to get information. They don't know. There's this guy, Rick, at Rick's Toy Room. That guy, he has a YouTube channel. He actually has like 3 really good beginner videos up that talk about the terminology, what to look for, what the differences are, the history of. They don't know how to use YouTube to find that guy. They don't know how to find the Discord channel to talk to people, to ask like, hey, and it's never somebody that really is taking time to write a decent post to try to get into the hobby. It's always just one jackass that's like, I found Hot Wheel, what do fit, which? And it pisses me the fuck off, right? It just pisses me off because it's either, like I said, the dude's trying to be smartasses, which again, the joke is old, move on, or it literally is somebody that doesn't want to take the time and they're like, hey, I try to figure out what this is. Am I going to make lots of money? Like, I want to know why you spend money on Hot Wheels and I got this one for $1. Like, it's always some fucktard, right? And it pisses me off. So this morning, I see this guy. He posts 2 Ford F-150 bullshit trucks. And he's like, did I do good? That is just the post. Did I do good? I don't know what the fuck you want me to say. At that point, I read some stupid shit like that. And part of me just wants to pat him on the head with my cock and be like, you did a good job, retard. You found Hot Wheels. And other parts of me are just like, fuck off and die. In which case, I actually basically told this guy to go fuck himself this morning. So it started a pretty good argument on Facebook, which is what it is. But don't do that, okay? Look, if you are new to the hobby and you don't know what you're shopping for, there are thousands of ways to figure out what's worth money. We live in the information super age. Your phone will literally search Google for you. You can just tell Siri or Google to search for it, and it will find it for you. How to tell a valuable Hot Wheel. What are the most expensive Hot Wheels to buy? What should I be looking for? Like, just those 3-4 fucking sentences with your AI-assisted phone will tell you, did you find a good car? They will tell you what to be looking for. You have plenty of resources. Why is it that the amount of information available to us as society, as humans, is exponentially infinite, and yet we seem to be the dumbest fucking people on the planet? I don't get it. We've made information so readily available that people are just become so fucking lazy and they don't want to do any effort. Like, I think that's what pisses me off. So apparently this guy is new, and then of course this dumbass is like, well, there was also 3 more at the store. Should I go back? Dude, if it was that rare, if it was that good of a car, there wouldn't be 5 sitting on the shelf at your Walmart. They would have been gone. The employees would have jacked them. Another collector would have got them. Believe me, if you find 5 of one car sitting on the shelf, unless you just literally watched the bin get dumped and you found treasure hunts or super hunts or Zamax or red editions, I promise you, it's probably not that good of a car. But I digress. So if you are new and you're like, well, what the hell am I bitching about? And you're like, well, what is something good to look for? Go back to my Collecting 101 channel, the subfolder in the channel. Go to the introduction to Hot Wheels. Go to the terminology. Go to my pricing video that tells you how to find the prices of your product. And that doesn't just relate to terminology. Doesn't just relate to Hot Wheels. The pricing, finding out your value, does not just relate to Hot Wheels. Like, this is kind of a collector standard for these. For collectibles in general. Works for Funkos. Works for G.I. Joe. Works for pretty much anything you're collecting. Don't be fucking retarded. Like I said, if you don't know what you're looking for, that's fine. Be verbal. Hey, I just started collecting Hot Wheels. I saw something that I liked. I bought it. There were a couple of them. Should I have gone back and got more? How do I find out what this is worth, right? If that guy would have actually taken fucking a minute to type the post, I would have I'd have looked at it, skipped it, and moved the fuck along, right? Because it's like, okay, someone else is going to help him. There are plenty of other ways he can get the information. At least he's like front-facing with, hey, I really don't know what I'm collecting or what I'm buying. You know, if you're like, hey, I'm a collector, I'm looking to resale. Yes, you're going to get people jumping down your throat, calling you a scalper, calling you shit. They're going to be less likely to really be very helpful to you. But you're going to find people that still like, this is what we buy, right? If you're like, hey, I'm collecting as an investment, or I like to collect, I'm looking for something cheap to collect and get into the hobby, but want to find some cool things, what should I be looking for? Again, I'd be much more apt to respond to you. This, I do the job! That doesn't fucking tell me anything, then you're being a dumbass. I just don't. Like, I fucking despise people like this. I really do. Like, I started this channel to be part of a, hey, here's what's coming out, things to look out for in the hobby, a few, intro videos like, hey, this is how you find what you're looking for, because there are so many people that are getting back into this because they're looking for maybe a cheap side hustle, which we all know that buying Hot Wheels as a side hustle isn't cheap. It doesn't even start cheap. But like, I get it. Everyone's got their thing. We all have side hustles. We all have, we buy to collect. We buy to, flip to make some money so that we can buy to collect. Or we flip so that we can take that money and use it to a hobby that's not collecting. Whatever the case be, that I understand. That I can appreciate. That I will, again, if you're going to take the time to write a well thought out message of, hey, I'm new here. I see everything being posted. What am I looking for? Whatever. More than happy to share links, videos, the Discord channels, the Google pages, hwtreasure.com. I'm going to shout out to that guy all the time. He always has the new stuff out. I know that there's a lot larger diecast YouTube channels that show new stuff straight out of Malaysia, whether they're getting it locally, whether they're having it imported in. Like, way better people to kind of help you with like what's new and upcoming than me. But in my little corner of the world, I at least try to be, just straight up about it. Like, I'm not trying to whatever, but yeah, I don't know, man. This guy pissed me off this morning. It really did. I'm all for bragging about your finds. I'm all for giving someone a high five for their collection. I'm all for saying, damn, I wish I would have found that already. You guys are getting all the cases. FOMO is real in the collecting world. 100%. But damn, just don't be stupid, man. Like, if you're really interested, take the time to learn. Don't just go out there and expect people to spoon feed you this shit, because we're not. Like, we don't have... Some of us do have the time, and some of us do make videos that will help spoon feed you some of it, but it's not necessarily spoon feeding as much as it is trying to get you to understand the basics so that you can go out and then do your own hunt and, make this your hobby. But if you're going to act like a fucking retard, you're going to type like a retard, I'm going to respond to you like you're fucking retarded. So, and one of my third response in, after I'd already bashed this guy for being fucking stupid and calling out other people that do this bullshit humble brag like that, because again, it's just a dumb post. It's kind of dead. Like, it's just funny the first 2 times, not the funny the 10 millionth time. It's not a that's what she said joke. But I was like, look, if you're really interested, I'm going to give you a really hard but good lesson. Go to eBay, go to Hot Wheels, filter by sold, and then filter by highest to lowest, and just go through the entire list until you find the car you have to determine its value. Now, yes, there's a much shorter way to go in and just either put in the barcode, which most of these are recycled, but put in the make, model, and you'll find it. But if you start from just Hot Wheels, sold, most expensive to least expensive, and just go through the list until your eyes bleed, it's going to teach you a couple things about Hot Wheels in general. 1, what sells. 2, what people are buying. 3, the value of said items. And 4, what are the differences? Like, I see a $10,000 car versus a $500 car. I'm absolutely going to look to say, why is this different? I'm going to ask the question, why is this car $10,000 versus $500? 5 to 1, you're going to find out it's a red line. It's a, original 16 Spectra Flame. Maybe it's still in package with the button. Like, if you actually give a shit about finding out about this hobby, something as simple as sold highest to lowest is going to tell you a lot. Now, is every car going to be worth $10,000? No. Is every car going to be worth $500? Absolutely not. Most cars, are they going to be $1? Not necessarily. I mean, there's a reason there's an average. There's a reason there are such large swings and why there are some super expensive and popular cars. San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, red lines. Like, you will learn so much just by saying, hey, I scrolled through eBay, I see this car, maybe it's a GMC Typhoon and it's on a regular blue card and it's $1.99, but there's this GMC Typhoon and this red card that's worth $24.99. Why? Oh, it's a Redline Collector Club. What the fuck's the Redline Collector Club? Again, do your own legwork, okay? Ask questions. If you are going to be a fucking Billy and you are going to just want everything given to you and you're not going to do the research, I'm absolutely going to call you out. I'm absolutely going to talk shit to you. I am actually going to bash you 100%. But if you are like, hey, I got this car on a red card and it says Redline Club. What is it? I've never seen that before. I'm more than happy to help you. So that's my rant. That is my rage. I don't like people that are lazy. I don't like people that act fucking stupid. I don't like people that posted on Facebook a photo with their $1,500 iPhone fucking 15 that don't have the simple common sense to figure out how to use it to look the product up. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. There is a app that you can take a photo of a product and be like, what the fuck is this? And it will go and do the search for you and come back and say, these are the similar photos and what the fuck it is. Again, all the technology in the world. We are at an advance in technological information in society where anything you want to learn about, you could teach yourself damn near if you put in the effort. And you're going to be a Billy. No, absolutely not. And if you're wondering why I say it's a Billy and why Billy's a retard, first off, Billy is the name I gave to my Roomba. And I think my Roomba's retarded because it will go get itself stuck on the exit door of my house and then send an alert to my phone saying, Billy's on a cliff, which, not really. But then, get Billy off the cliff. Billy finishes the map. Billy goes and walks his ass off the cliff. So if I leave my back door open, Billy sends a fall out the back door. Billy's retarded. Billy gets stuck underneath the TV stand all the fucking time. You would think Billy, a smart vacuum that maps the area and sends alerts that it's stuck, would know not to go where it gets stuck. Also, Billy is my alter ego back in my Scalper Man and Robin days. And that's another story for another video. But we were out, me and a buddy, old friend that I'm no longer friends with. We're out doing a weekend hunt. We were doing our run through Michigan. We had this really big loop we did. We rolled up into one of the stores, and there was a fire safety day that they were doing at this store. They were giving out free smoke detectors, stop, drop, and roll, all the things. And I saw them giving like little badges and hats to little kids, like the dollar, like the Party City, you buy 10 for $1 fucking type cheap, shitty plastic hats. And for whatever reason, me and my buddy was like, oh, we should go up and get us fireman helmets and get fireman badges. And we're like, yeah, I doubt they're going to give those to full-size adults. And I was like, Billy like fire truck. Billy a fireman. And so, of course, my buddy almost pissed himself laughing because only me would do something in public in the middle of a parking lot like that, very loud, and start to gimp and smack myself upside the head and in the chest a lot and try to eat my shoulder. But, yeah, so told you guys this video was going to be offensive. I don't give a shit. So this may be the video that gets me canceled. But again, if it does, oh well. So needless to say, that is who Billy is. Billy is an alter ego of mine. Billy is my retarded Roomba. And Billy is any handicapped retard motherfucker that won't spend 5 seconds to do his own legwork when he has a phone that he can literally just say, hey Siri, hey Google, hey somebody, and it will search the shit for them.
I don't know how to respond to that.
And then you got this dumb bitch. Didn't ask you. With that, guys, I'm going to cut the video. My rant is over. I feel better. This is my therapy. You are my therapist. But I don't want your opinion. I'm just going to keep doing the same stupid shit over and over because, well, that is the definition of insanity. With that, like, share, follow. Maybe not this particular video, but go check out my earlier mail call video today.